Zero financial concerns. All right, what up, street talk, street god, street vlogs. Come to the house, beautiful sunrise, glorious day to flex. A glorious day. Hyped up on EK omakase coffee. Okay, so the thought of today, beautiful day, glorious day. It's like I'm gonna live my life like it was Mad Max and or the movie 300. Okay, so zero financial concerns, no financial concerns. So for myself, I don't really have any financial concerns. I mean, part of it is, you know, growing up poor, like always knowing that dad's gonna gamble away the rent. So it's actually it's funny because ironically, when one has lived a more financial hard knock life, you become a little bit less concerned or worried about money and finances because you've been through the rock bottom, and you find out that like it's not as bad as one would think. However, people who are raised with trust funds or it seems like actually they're a little bit more anxious about finances, even though they technically don't need to worry about money. But anyways, so my thoughts on having zero financial concerns or don't worry about monies is first things first, I think a lot of people, the pride of whatever's is they want to have more money in order to purchase X, Y, and Z. Whether it be gadgets, cameras, cars, whatever, right? So I have some simple solutions. One, real men drive Priuses. So actually, specifically, I really like around the 2010-ish model. I think the design is quite perfect. There's nothing I would really change. Like even the generation after the 2010 model, the 2010 model looks super JDM. I like it. JDM stands for Japanese domestic market. I did some paint mod touch-ups here and there, and it's gangsta. It's a real one. It's funny because like if the Tesla Model 3 and the Tesla Model Y had a baby and just made it way more convenient, it would essentially be a Prius. Hatchback, tons of storage space, super gangsta for the MPGs. At the end of the day, MPGs gangsta. Like this model Prius, yo, this is the one. Yeah, so real men drive Priuses. So just get a Prius. So in terms of car, right, if you want the best car, just get a Prius, an old used Prius, and then use it like your creative canvas to modify, paint it up, touch it up, blah blah blahs. And it's funny, even like something I discovered with the rims, everyone wants to buy some new rims for their car, which is fine. Like, I think rims are super cool. But the big issue with rims is like A, I mean, they're like super expensive. B, having to mount them, buy the new tires, like to me actually the bigger annoyance is just kind of more the time commitment is super insanely annoying. So it's not even a money thing at the end of the day. I think the bigger issue here is kind of more of a time issue. So and I think it's actually more interesting to just have your stock rims, whatever, and just simple ways you could do is just buy some Rust-Oleum. There's like a flat black primer paint thing, and then you could just spray it all matte black. It works pretty good. I did it on my fake Tesla, my Hyundai Sonata, D-Badger car. Use some Goo Gone, you get it for $1, the dollar store, to take off the emblems. restore the headlights and the taillights, just buy the 3M compound stuff on Amazon. Spray paint is the way, so you can save a bunch of money on the car, right? Boom, I just saved you like $250,000. Like, greater flex to have your body look like a Lambo than drive a like. Anytime I see somebody drive a Lambo, Ferrari, I'm like, no, okay, simple heuristic to life. Never look at the car, look at the driver. The drivers are always like old, fat dudes with baseball caps and hats. You know when people's fat, when they got the neck rolls behind the head. Like, the reason when the moment when the Lamborghini became a major turnoff for me, I saw a dude with a matte pink or a shiny pink wrap on his Lamborghini Aventador. I'm like, who's driving that? Look at it, and then I see a dude and his stomach is spilling over to the next seat. I'm like, yo, this is not gangsta. And also the funny thing with the Huracan, which I think is cool too, you don't got the Lambo doors. It's like, so the philosophical question is, if your Lamborghini don't got the Lamborghini doors, is it still a Lamborghini? One of my friends who, there's one guy I met who parks cars for a living. He's like, nah, bro, you just drive a Honda Civic. Honda Civic with a body kit. Next time you see a Huracan, you be like, nice Honda Civic, nice Civic SI. And because, honestly, with cars, what people or guys are trying to do typically is trying to assert their manliness and dominance. And something I've also discovered, the difference between men and women is, at least for men, it seems like the bias is men want to feel stronger, bigger, more dominant, more powerful, blah blahs. I think typically with women, it has to deal with like beautification, also feeling strong and confident and superior, but like but the feeling like for example, whenever you see like some lady with sunglasses driving like a big ass AMG G-Wagon, matte black, driving around, whatever, maybe they want to feel like a sense of security, because you just feel like in a big ass tank car you don't feel like you're gonna die in a car accident. Whereas it seems that maybe with men driving the same car, it's more like you want to feel like king of the road, right? But does having a car make you king of the road? Nope, don't make you king of the road. Anyways, so that's the thought. Second is in terms of where to live, how to live, etc. So I think this is actually the big issue we have in modern day times, is that like with living lifestyles, where to live, how to live, obviously a big concern, people's like rent's too high, it is. So the question is, should you rent, should you buy, lease, and there's lots of considerations to be made here. I think the best decision or thought I've had thus far is with living, the best way to approach things is like leverage, financial leverage, money leverage. So for example, if your family's got a pad, has a house, just rent a room in the house, pay rent, pay with utilities. That's smart. If your family has a big ass plot of land, build an ADU, additional unit house in the back. You could build one for like 250 G's, which is obviously a lot more affordable. I think that's actually pretty smart. Or if your institution, your school, whatever's, they offer some sort of subsidized housing loan program. That's also smart. Like even when Cindy was getting her PhD, the university had some sort of subsidized student housing for graduate students, and that was super smart. Good way to save. And actually, it's funny. It's like people say saving money. Like to me, it's not necessarily quote unquote saving money, but for me, it's kind of like feeling like you made some sort of intelligent decision. Yeah, some sort of intelligent decision. And like making an intelligent decision to a difficult problem seems like a good one. So once again, just financial leverage, that should just be the thing. Like, so for example, if you have a family member or friend, share a bedroom or rent a room in a house, seems like a better, boom, I just saved you a bunch of money. Yeah, and then after that, then I suppose what's the purpose and end of money? I think it's towards entrepreneurship, making big risks, investing in some sort of enterprises. But then also the funny thing with that is you don't actually need that much money to, like for example, when I started my blog, like all I paid was for my server fee. Well, at the time was what, I don't know, $5, $10, $20 a month. Now it's more expensive. It's closer to like $200 a month, but still, like that's a steal. And now I discovered with Amazon Web Services, WordPress, Lightsail, you can make a website for $3.50 a month. That is insane. Like you can make like 30 you can make like 100 websites. That's gangsta. I mean, mapping it is kind of a pain in the butt. I'm still not mastering of it yet, but then that's also a solution. Then yeah, ultimately then it don't matter how big your salary is. This is simple. Here's like, if you're so rich, you're making so much money, ... Why are you still working? It's like, if you had, you know, Amazon, Facebook, Google, whatevs, you're making $750,000 a year, $1 million a year, $1.2 million a year, $2 million a year. You're still working. It's like, why are you still working? Unless like it's like insanely your passion, right? Like even Joni Ive pieced out. I mean, that's the ultimate telltale sign, right? Even Jeff Bezos pieced out of Amazon more or less. So Amazon ain't the one. The only last innovators, actually, props to Mark Zuckerberg for still steering the ship. He's got real skin in the game. Even people paint him as the mad villain. Yeah, people's hate. And also Elon Musk. He's still the GOAT. Even Kanye, props to him. Even like, I mean, Jay-Z is a great example, but it seems like he just wants to make businesses, sell them, make monies. He's just kind of like the rap VC, I guess now. Is just he just wants to put more money in the banks as a marker of success. But I think ultimately it's what you want to build, what you want to own, and what would you do if you could never sell it.